Mm. Mm. Fireside chat. Fireside chat.
May start na ba siguro tayo, no?
Sige, miss.
Look as read. Kung magsasalita kami, tingin ka lang sa amin.
Okay. Lagi ka nakatingin sa akin, ah. You... Mhm. Ay, miss, after natin, pag nag-welcoming remarks sila, we will sit here daw po. And then, during their welcoming remarks, opo.
Sa dito pa tayo muna.
Yes, miss.
From,
Yung
from this,
from here, miss, nandyan tayo sa podium. And then,
nag-opening remarks po muna
during
tayo.
welcoming remarks, every after ng mga remarks, miss, habang nagre-remarks sila, upo lang tayo, miss.
Okay, sa dito. Ay, pwede ba dito? Opo, yes po. Is it okay? Sige.
Miss?
I like her.
Yes, miss.
Embroidered something. So is Patrick coming?
I think that's him.
Huh?
That's him, Patrick. Patrick Edroso, founder of Hoop Junkie, one of the fastest growing basketball media brands with over 600 Hoop Junkie.
Hindi siya tanda. Grabe, ang tanda ko na tanda. Kaya ayaw ko. Sorry, miss, kaya kailangan kayo kasi lagi ka nilang hinahanap. So, nakita mo na ba yung sequence? So,
Yes, miss.
bali ako na yung magbabasa niyan. Kasi
Hindi, ako po, miss.
Ay,
Teka,
single
miss.
part one. Wait lang yan.
Ako po, and then you. Ako, sige, miss. Ikaw na po pala to. Okay. Okay po. The lapel, miss. Miss, this is mine. This is yours, miss. You can call their attention daw, miss. You can call the attention of the audience already, miss. The audience daw, miss. Call the attention of the audience before we start. Miss Enjoy, we will start na po. Where is ano?
May we request everyone to stay in their respective areas. We are beginning in a while, in a bit. Okay, thank you. Are we still waiting for more nursing students? Yes, okay. So, there they are, I think. Okay. They're hiding, the nursing students.
Yes, miss.
Kilala ko na. Sorry. Yung bayan.
I think okay na, miss. Okay na, miss. Okay na daw, miss.
Good afternoon, everyone. Before we officially begin our program, may we kindly request everyone to rise as we recite the SGen invocation.
The Lord is my shepherd. I have everything I need. He lets me rest in fields of green grass and leads me to quiet pools of fresh water. He gives me new strength. He guides me in the right way as he promised. Even if that way goes to the deepest darkness, I will not be afraid, Lord, because you are with me. Your shepherd's rod and staff protect me. You prepare a feast for me in the presence of my foes. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows with blessings. I am sure your goodness and kindness will follow me every day of my life, and your house will be my home forever.
You may now take your seat. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for this year's Fireside Chat in celebration of our Southville Alumni Awards 2025. Today's theme, Honoring Excellence Through the 5 Cs, highlights how character, competence, commitment to achieve, collaboration, and creativity innovation shape the journeys of our outstanding alumni.
That's right, Roselet. That's right, Roselet. What makes this conversation special is that we get to hear it directly from the people who have lived these values. They are our very own Southville alumni, whose stories continue to inspire not just the community, but the world beyond the campus.
And to officially open our program, let us hear first from one of the most dynamic leaders in Southville, our K-12 and IB Principal, Dr. Marivic Suarez.
Thank you, Ms. Roselet and Ms. Georgie. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon to our distinguished alumni. Allow me first to check the attendance. I think I saw Business Department, College of Business here. Okay. College of Psychology, you're here also. College of Nursing. All right. Are there other colleges? Okay. And of course, yes, IT here. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. And of course, K-12. All right. I know some of you are on break, but I'm so happy that you found time to attend this very beautiful conversations, as what like Miss Georgie said. You know, you see our alumni only in our students and parents bulletin, in our tarpaulins, in our videos, but now they're here. So take this opportunity to listen to them, learn from them, and share their stories. They also walked in the same pathways that you walked on and ate in the same cafeteria, went to the same gym. They were like you when you were in Southville, and now let's find out what's life after Southville. Let's listen to them, ask as many questions as you can, and let's be inspired by our distinguished alumni, namely First Lieutenant Hernan Perez, who was the student of Miss Georgie since grade 5 and grade 6. We also have Miss Mariel Paulino from psychology. I think very briefly, we have worked closely also with Miss Mariel. Honorable Andre Peter Estanislao. Yes, he was with us. Did you know that he was once our IB coordinator? Wow, okay. And lastly, Mr. Pedroso here. Yes. Hi, Ed. And he also was with us in grade school up to high school. Okay, so let's welcome all of them and let's give them a big round of applause.
Thank you very much, Doc Avic. This time, let us welcome another inspiring leader whose dedication has guided the higher education community. Let us invite our college director, Dr. Astrid De Leon, to share a few words.
Thank you, Miss Georgie. I was looking at my script, and what I wrote here is almost similar to what Doc Avic just mentioned a while ago. But of course, I have to represent college, right? So anyway, I'm still on a high because we just had our ribbon cutting and blessing ceremony this morning, wherein we blessed the 4 new college facilities. And I think with the messages of our students a while ago, we left them with a good impression of the students and also of the school. So anyway, let me read my message to all of you. So good afternoon to all our esteemed guests joining us for our very first alumni fireside chat. So this is one for the books because this is the first one. Yes. Today, we are incredibly fortunate to have the opportunity to learn from our very own alumni achievers as they share their personal, and professional journeys. I am confident you will gain invaluable insights on how to navigate your own paths and take profound inspiration from their stories. This is what Doc Avic said a while ago. Sabi ko, ay, it's similar to what I'll say. Think about this, just like you, they have walked through the same halls of SISC. They may have sat in the very same seats in room 402. And they were mentored by the same amazing professors that you currently have right now. They started exactly where you are now. Just like them, I hope you take inspiration that you too can become achievers. So more than just their impressive professional accomplishments, they're also going to be awarded later. I truly hope you gain inspiration on how they were able to genuinely live out the 5 C's. So it's not only 5 C's for us is something not tangible at the moment, right? But I hope through their stories, you know that it really makes a big difference. So not only for their personal success, but more importantly, to contribute to a larger and more meaningful cause. Thank you to our dear alumni for your incredible generosity in giving your time to mentor our students. And congratulations once again on being selected as Alumni Achievers for this year. Welcome to all in what will surely be an engaging and profoundly inspiring fireside chat. Thank you.
She can go sit. Okay, thank you, Doc Astrid, for those insightful words. Now, let's begin this fireside chat by introducing our distinguished awardees. May we invite Miss Georgie first to sit? Okay, she'll be welcoming her former students. Okay, first on our list, we have Honorable Andre Peter C. Estanislao. He is a seasoned Foreign Service officer whose career reflects global competence, leadership, and a lifelong commitment to public service. He currently serves as a Director for Cultural Exchanges and Acting Executive Director of the Office of Cultural Diplomacy at the Department of Foreign Affairs. He also played a key role in strengthening the Philippines' engagement in ASEAN during his service at the ASEAN 2026 National Organizing Council. Let's give a round of applause for Honorable Andre Peter C. Asanista.
Next, we have First Lieutenant John Hernan Perez, a proud Southville alumnus serving in the Armed Forces of the Philippines. His journey in military leadership demonstrates courage, discipline, unwavering service, and a deep sense of national duty. His story reminds us of the character and the commitment needed to lead and protect. May we invite Hernan to please join us here in front. I will remember him as my grade 5 and grade 6 student.
Thank you, Ms. Joji. And the flower among the thorns today, we have Ms. Mariel Paulino, an accomplished professional in her field who continues to make an impact through her innovative work, strong work ethic, and inspiring leadership. Her path reflects the power of creativity and collaboration in achieving excellence. Let's give a round of applause for Ms. Mariel Paulino. You may join us here, Ms. Thank you.
Also joining us this afternoon is Mr. Patrick Edrozo, founder of Hoop Junkie, one of the fastest growing basketball media brands with over 600,000 followers. As a sports executive and digital strategist, Patrick has collaborated with top organizations like the NBA, ESPN, Nike, and Adidas. Through his initiative, Hoop Junkie Cares, he drives social impact, uplifting under-resourced athletes and supporting emerging talents. His work with Asia Basket continues to shape the digital basketball landscape and inspire athletes globally. Please join us, Patrick.
Okay, so while Ms. Joji is preparing her first question, let me just introduce myself as well. I think I forgot to introduce myself. I am Ms. Roselet, one of your hosts for today, and with me is Ms. Joji, okay, and she will be co-hosting for this fireside chat. Okay, I think we have our first question, Miss.
Yeah. To start off, we'd love to hear from these wonderful people how their personal journeys went. Okay. So question would be, what was that defining moment or experience or even challenge that has shaped who you are today? Okay. Maybe we can, okay. Anybody? Or all of you should share.
Here, sir, the microphone.
Hello, does this work? Yes. Oh, okay. I can't hear myself. That's a good question, and I think a lot of scenes just flashed through my head. I think the most impactful today would be when I signed up for the teaching certification program here in Southville. I was convinced that I would take on the teaching career. And when I sat in one of my classes under Dean Ruel, he suddenly looked at me and he said, "Marielle, why are you in this course? We have a master's program happening on Saturday. Why don't you come join us?" And I'm like, "Okay, sure." So I jumped ship and I went on with the master's program, and that started so many opportunities for me. So there, I'm very grateful to be in that moment, and for Sir Rowell to just notice and have me transfer classes. So
Yay, thank you for that. I think the change of plans really opened opportunities for us, right? I think we want to hear from Sir Hernan, Lieutenant Hernan.
Yes. So guys, hi. Good afternoon to everyone, and to my fellow awardees. Thank you so much for this opportunity. If there's one defining moment for me, well, a little backstory, mga 30-second backstory, para at least so you guys would get to know me a bit. I've been here since prep, and I never expected I'd be in the military, ever. My dad was in the military, but you know, it's just one of those things na idol mo siya, you want to be like him, but you never really actually want to be like him because I wanted to be a doctor. I wanted to serve my country in that way. So I never really expected I'd be in the military, and I trained in the Philippine Military Academy for 4 years. So basically, I kind of grew up sheltered, a bit, you know, with a silver spoon. So life was so difficult transitioning into the military. Literally, you go through so much exhaustion, mental fatigue, everything. You're pushed to your limits in the military. I guess that's the nuance when it comes to training in the military. And something that defined my moment, or something that maybe I could say I got from Southville. I shared this during the graduation speech. During one of our churches, or on Sunday, one of the special verses was, "The Lord is my shepherd." It's a different verse. It's not the same as here in the Bible. And from there, I don't know why, but you know, it pushed me to survive and to go through everything. And from there, I realized that maybe I was placed there for a reason. Sometimes we don't expect it, but then things just all go together without you expecting that this verse here, this prayer that we memorize lang here, became something that you hold on to. And that's when I realized that everything it just happens. It just happens. There's just this one moment that you suddenly realize, okay, this is for me. This is what God has planned for me. And yun lang. So thank you for listening to my 1-minute story.
Thank you for that one. And another, like we can see that there are some similarities with what they shared because both of them had a plan, but there's change. So we can get that as a theme of their answer. So now let's hear from Sir Patrick.
Hi, good afternoon. Thank you so much for inviting me today. It really took me back, seeing everyone, my former teachers. Thank you so much. So, regarding your question, ma'am, which made the most impact? I think Southville really prepared me for the real world. I've made a lot of friends here, learned a lot from my teachers, and it really gave me a chance. My friends here from Southville are Carl, Kedrin, and John, and until now I talk to them. Yeah. So when I made my page, I don't know if you've heard of my basketball page called Hoop Junkie. I started it late in my life, and you know, lessons from Southville really helped me prep for my basketball page. Yeah. So thank you.
Thank you, Sir Patrick. Shout out to Carl, Kedril, and John. I think you need to choose really your friends, right? So it's them, because it's them who will really support you in your journey. And last but not the least in this question, we have Honorable Andre.
How serendipitous that Miss Universe just finished a few hours ago to the dismay of the country. But I'd like to. I just say that because I feel as if this is the Q&A portion of Miss Universe. Unang maraming salamat po sa lahat ng kinatawan ng Southville International School and Colleges sa pag-anyaya sa amin, sa aking mga co-awardees. Pagbati ho sa inyo sa ating lahat. Maraming salamat po. there were many defining moments, I guess, when I started here in Southville. And Patrick reminded me of my age earlier when he said, I remember you. And I said, yeah? And he said, you were part of my batch's teachers when you were IB coordinator. So that was many, many years ago. Unlike our basic ed alumni here, I only joined Southville academically in the Master of Arts in Psychology program, which I encourage all of you to also check out. Diba? Parang libreng marketing. But I guess the most defining moment that Southville gave to me was when I was preparing for my board exams in psychology, which just happened in September of this year. I've done many exams before. The Foreign Service Officer exam is the most difficult government exam. The passing rate there is 1.3%. It's a very low passing rate for that exam. For example, this year, out of the hundreds who applied, 3 people made it. But the psychology board exams really tested me. There were times na while I was at the gym, just, bench pressing, bigla na lang tumutulo yung luha ko. I'm just saying, kaya ko pa ba to? Sigmund Freud, and all of that. But I guess Southville gave me determinism, and perhaps it's a word that's thrown around many times, but resilience. Truly resilience na kahit bumagsak ako sa mga mock exams, for example, I still stood up, and I attribute that to Southville. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Andre. The one thing I picked was the gym, because I'm also a gym goer, and I'm also studying, and I get to relate to what you said earlier. that you
Tutulo
were-
din ang luha
yeah,
mo.
it's really like that. You will really cry
No,
while
but
you are.
it's a true story. I was crying talaga.
But if you really have commitment to achieve, right, grit and growth mindset, those things that you will always hear from your teachers, you can surpass, right? And yeah, so going to another question, and in relation to what Miss Georgie asked, what do you think has been the biggest impact of your work? Because currently you're all working, right? And what impact did you give, whether on your community, your field, or even on yourself? There. Who wants to go first? No one's looking at their hosts right now. Just kidding.
I can, para baliktad naman
Okay,
yung,
yeah.
I guess being a public servant, being part of government, government is not a good word to hear right now.
Yes.
I mean, I think Lieutenant Perez would agree with me. But when you form part of government, and I encourage all of you to seek also a job in government, because it does provide you with a fulfillment that is like no other. I'd like to share with you during the great, buhay na ba kayo ng 2014? Buhay na kayo ng 2014.
Pinanganak na po.
Okay. Pakiisip ko ano ginagawa. 2014, I was a fresh diplomat. I was a junior diplomat. And I speak Japanese as well. That was also the time of the great Fukushima earthquake. I don't know if you remember that. Yung sumabog yung nuclear reactor. I got a call from the office of the secretary and said, pumunta ka sa Fukushima, tumulong ka sa mga kababayan mo doon. And I don't know my radioactivity levels right now. But yeah. Pero when you're there and you're helping fellow Filipinos, and they're telling you maraming salamat po, even in the infinitesimal way that you contribute, na magbigay ka ng walang hinihintay, right? And sometimes they say government is a thankless job, but I guess Southville said, one of the 5 C's is character, and this character, coupled with commitment to achieve, I guess, makes public service, though thankless, a very fulfilling, rewarding, and meaningful job. Thank you.
Thank you for that. And yeah, one of the slogan of the school is to make a difference, and I think they're really embodying it right now. Thank you, sir. Next will be... Okay, Miss.
All right.
I would like to see the psych students here in the first place, right there. Okay, and everyone else. Yeah, thank you for again being with us here today. That's another good question. Oh my gosh, respect to all the beauty queens out there. It's really tough. So I'd like to think that being in the helping profession, it goes both ways. So even when you're just being with a client in individual sessions, it's not glamorous, the work. There's a lot of, you'll bear a lot of witness to pain, a lot of loss, a lot of grief, many uncomfortable feelings. But at the same time, there's a lot of love and resilience and strength too. So it's very, what is it? It is a very big privilege to be able to share that space with a client when they're in that moment of really feeling, and you're really just there being human. So it's always a reminder, at least for me, to stay humble and to always check even my own privileges. So when I do the work, there are days when it feels like a chore, but just the fact that you're able to offer your presence and to just be there as another human being to another person who is going through so much and is hurting, it's such a big privilege. So yeah, that's it for me.
Thank you. I think one thing we can get from what Miss Paulino said is that we need to have passion with what we are doing. Because if we don't love what we're doing, we cannot survive at all. Okay? And we're going next to Sir Patrick. Sir Patrick. Okay.
So, creating impact through community, it's such a big, how do you say this? It's a big, like a privilege to do. Like, it's very hard to, but you know what? Everyone can help their communities. Like, anytime, with what you have. With my platform, Hoop Junkie, I have a basketball page, so I thought about what I can do as a content creator. So using my platform, I urge my community to help by donating during the pandemic and giving basketball sneakers to people who don't have shoes. So like everyone can do that, it's just we just need to find it within ourselves to help one another. And I think we should all be a little bit empathetic, especially now. Yeah, with what's happening with the world, in our government, in our community.
Thank you, Sir Patrick. I think, Sir Patrick, you remind me of my students because I am ABM teacher. And I always tell them, when you become businessmen and women, you always have to also check how will your company help the society, not just earn money from them. So I think you are a great example for them. Thank you so much, Sir Patrick. And we're going to Lieutenant Hernan for his insights.
Oh, thank you. So I'll start it off with what Sir Andre said. Honestly, being in the military, it's not exactly the best impression I give people. The very first impression we give is, oh, military, oh, corrupt, oh, you know what? Off the record. Off the record, pwede ba yun? But the very first thing people probably assume about me is I've been patriotic ever since deciding to join the military. I wasn't. I didn't care about anyone. I only cared about myself. Honestly, no joke. I really only thought about myself, and I thought it was a good career. It would be a progressive career and everything. So okay, go. But then over time, you realize that, like what I told you guys a while ago, I realized that it's for me. It's what I'm probably destined to be. So why not try to do something? Why not try to make a difference? Diba? Why not try to make a difference in our own way? Yeah. It doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be a big difference. Because that's what we're always thinking about, Miss, diba? I want to create this super big impact. No, it doesn't have to be like that. And for me, my current job right now is I'm an instructor pilot in the Philippine Air Force Flying School. So I teach the new generation of pilots in the Air Force so that they become their own pilots. I didn't choose the combat field. I chose to teach. And that's because I believe that in education, that's where I can influence. That's where I feel like my impact will be. Influence them to, teach them the 5 C's. But not the 5 C's exactly, kasi Southville yun eh. I'll teach them something else, something that's from me and military. So for me, my impact is in teaching, in influencing. I also teach about leadership. I'm also in the Leadership Development Center. I'm an instructor there. So I teach all officers. Sometimes I even teach officers who are more senior than me. That's the most ironic part. But I'm very happy to say and very happy to share that the culture, the leadership in the Air Force, particularly because I'm there, is very different from how it was way back in the past. So it's very positive. And for me, the impact I'm trying to continue is to continue that improvement, to have that different mindset, transformational leadership, the kinds of leadership we have now, a more modern way of thinking, not anymore the big man leadership that you have to be the best to be the leader. No, it's all about your people. It's all about the people around you. So that's the impact where I'm in right now. Thank you, Miss.
Thank you so much, Lieutenant Hernan. So there, it's
Rosie,
like
I look at Hernan and I go down memory lane and I can't help but be amazed that he is in education. He chose to be in education. So I think that's a big testament to all the teachers who taught him. I think we taught him well. And
wow.
I'd like to tell you, I'm super proud of you. I mean, gosh, I can't help but be amazed. Listening to you, this is not the boy who sat in my class. Very, very far. He used to be very playful. But now, talking about leadership, I'm amazed. In fact, Mr. Pedroso, I seem to remember you also. Even if, yeah, isn't it? Yeah, oh yeah. My gosh, I feel so old, Hernan. Okay. So this time, Miss Rosie, let's talk about the real theme for today, which is the 5 C's. The 5 C's is what we cultivate here in Southville. But please, let's not say all the 5 C's. We just like to hear from you which of the 5 C's you think played the biggest role in your success in your respective fields right now. How did it show in your journey from school to where you are right now? This time, let's start with Patrick. Patrick, I remember you now.
Parang kinabahan ako no. Yeah. So probably character. I think that's one of my favorite out of all the 5 C's because having character instills it gives you parang may dating ka eh. Like you have character, it's like the foundation out of all the 5 C's. And when I go out into the world after graduating here in Southville, I always think of that, going to events, going to meetings, I always think about it, and that's how I share, yeah. And medyo kinakabahan ako ngayon, hindi ba halata? Yeah, so character. Parang yun yung foundation po kasi, like kapag may character ka, pwede niyo po kausapin lahat, you know, and you know, it's my favorite out of the 5Cs. Yeah.
Yay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sir Patrick. I think it's really the foundation, right? You cannot be a great leader, you cannot be a great businessman or a great server if you don't have the character. So, there. Let's have, who's next, Miss? Okay, Miss.
When that question was asked, I had to rack through my brains if I still remembered the 5 Cs. I was looking around like, are there any 5 Cs?
It's a test. Just kidding. But here are the
Yeah.
5 Cs,
Oh,
Miss,
thank
just
you.
in case. We have character, competence, commitment to achieve, collaboration, and creativity.
Thank you. So thank you for validating my thought. I was thinking of collaboration in a world that takes a lot of pride in, or that pushes for a lot of individuality. Let's always remember to look for community. Look for your people. Look for the people who are willing to support you. Look for the people who believe in you. Look for the people who are your cheerleaders. That really helped me, especially going through the whole MA Psych program. If you guys are thinking about taking the MA Psych program, yes, it'll help to be friends with your classmates. It's really tough to go through that kind of journey on your own. So don't forget to always ask for help. Your teachers, your professors, they're always there. They are willing to help. You just need to ask. You have friends who are willing to go with you. You know, I remember in my MA experience, there's a lot of shared suffering. Sorry, Sir Ruel. But going through the whole thesis gauntlet, the whole practicum experience, you really can't do this on your own. So always look for the people who are willing to help. Yeah, look for the cheerleaders. Look for the people who believe in you. So, yeah, collaboration.
Thank you, Miss Paulino. So let's not be nonchalant, right? So let's find a very positive community that will support us, right? Choose your friends so that they will go with you in your battles. Thank you, Miss Paulino. Next, Miss, will be... Da-da-da-da-dan. Okay, yeah. We
guess
can have Honorable Andre.
Thanks. I'll go with creativity.
Oh.
Para iba-iba naman, di ba? Para lahat iba. Dapat dalawa na lang sa'yo. So,
I think we should have different answers.
I know, right? See for creativity. But first of all, I know we're live on YouTube. I shared this with my colleagues in the DFA. Shout out sa DFA, Office of Cultural Diplomacy. I told them to watch me. But creativity, I think, not in the usual sense of the arts or of whatever, but sometimes there are problems that you seem to be stuck in, and it takes a creative mind to get out of. Minsan, meron tayong mga suliranin or mga kailangan lampasan na akala mo wala na.
Yes.
But a little creative thinking goes a long, long way. It does go a long way. Be it in studies, or even, I'm sure my fellow Southville educators before and the awardees here, especially in the real life. You know? Na sometimes, sure, ito yung rules, but sometimes rules can be, sometimes rules, there are creative ways, there are resourceful ways, but still legal ways.
Yes.
To not to circumvent naman, but to arrive at the solution. And so I think creativity is my answer. Thank you.
Thank you. And we will have Lieutenant Hernan.
Ang hirap naman, ma'am. Ano ba yung dalawang natitira? Commitment to achieve
Commitment to achieve
creativity,
and
innovation.
I think competence.
Competence. Sorry, tapos na pala yung creativity. I was preparing for another pero pinessure niyo ako, sir. Joke lang, sir, joke lang. Isip tuloy. Sige, commitment to achieve. Commitment to achieve, but there has to be a firm resolve or principle behind your commitment to achieve. Why do you want to achieve? Or why do you want to be an achiever? Why do you want to achieve something? So, it all boils down to purpose. Naging iba, no? Hindi na commitment to achieve. But, I guess that's what pushed me to be where I am right now. Because if you have no whys, for example, like me, like just to nuance it to my experience, in military training, I've been with very diverse people. It ranges from people who are not so privileged to people who are privileged like us. So some of them, their lives are very difficult. But there are still some who resign. And someone like me who didn't experience as much, hardships or trials, how come I survive? And that's where commitment to achieve enters. The purpose, your why. Why are you doing this? It's very difficult to answer that. But like the first question a while ago, you just have that moment. You'll have that moment and everything will just come together. And once that light is switched on, you're gonna realize, okay, this is my why. And I'm going to commit to my why. For me, my why is maybe someday in our generation, the things that we see today won't happen anymore. The things we're experiencing today won't be the same in the future. And that's the reason why I'm in education. I'm committing to that idea. I always share it. Maybe when all those people are gone na, yung mga, the reason why we are experiencing all this are gone, then it's our turn. Tayo naman. And that's why I'm so committed to that. It's my passion to influence my fellow Air Force people. I also started a page. It's called plug.
This is actually, sir, really free marketing for everything.
So it's called the Young Filipino Patriot. My goal there is to recruit naman. But on a deeper level, it's really to reach out to people, not necessarily wanting to be in the military, but to instill a bit of patriotism in everyone. We never know. It will be in our generation that things will change. And that's my commitment. That's what I want to achieve. That's why I'm committed. I'm commitment to achieve. So thank you, Miss.
Thank you, Honorable. Sorry, Lieutenant Hernan. I keep on changing the names. Okay, yeah, but getting something from what our guests shared, right? It's really the 5 C's that help them to flourish in the field that they chose and also to survive the real life, the real world. Because when you go out of Southville, it's 2 times harder, actually.
Yeah. So
Or
what's very interesting is that all of them felt the need to answer a different way.
yes.
So their creativity came in, and we see that the answers that they gave are really, really from the heart. I'm listening to them, and I can't help but think that, these are people that really, really would be walking advertisements of the school. They go out, they tell people, we are from Southville, and they're like really people who Southville can really be proud of. So I think you are free ads for the school. Yes, Ms. Rosalie?
Yes, thank you. Actually, we have here a lot of students from different campuses, right? We have college, we have K-12 students. So now, they might be discovering themselves until now. Okay, I heard a lot of concerns from my students that they don't know what to do yet. They don't know what job they will pursue. So if you could give one piece of advice to your younger self back when you were still in Southville, what would it be? And then will you also share that advice to those students who are still, they don't know what to do yet? Then.
Start with Patrick. Patrick, younger self. I can picture you.
Younger self. Younger self. Okay, kasi so I just want to tell my younger self na huwag ka muna magmadali. Like, take it easy muna. Life isn't a race. You know, just have fun, but study, be responsible. And, you know, just the 5 C's, right? The 5 C's.
I remember you having a lot of fun.
Yeah. And, you know, be respectful to your teachers. You can learn a lot from them, not only academically, but in life also. Your friends. I still go out with my friends up to now. Shout out pala kay Carmina. Nanganak siya kahapon. Carmina Panghulan, ma'am. Yeah. She had
Congrats!
birth. Yeah.
That's why I said, I remember you now.
Yan, mga friends ko po sila. So, I still talk to them up until now. And, you know, may mga sarili na kaming businesses. And we collaborate with one another to help each other. Yeah. So, not only that, your parents, respect your parents, listen to your parents. Marami na silang pinagdaanan, and parang ano yan eh, parang only wisdom yan from them na pag may question ka about life, just ask them, Dad, paano gawin to? Or, Ma, can you help me with this, right? And isa pang gusto ko sabihin sa younger self ko, just be consistent, you know, and invest in Bitcoin kung Thank you.
Okay. I had to grow up with a lot of shame. So what I would tell my younger self is that it's okay. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to explore. It's okay to speak up. And it's okay to have fun. I just realized that I think when I was much younger, I would really take myself very seriously. So yeah, always make time to have fun. And yeah, just be a kid. If, as the question was brought up, I'm also thinking about my younger clients who are in that mindset of, they feel like they're always in a hurry for some reason. They're always in a hurry to make something out of themselves, to figure everything out by 25, age 25. And, I'm much older than 25, and I still haven't figured everything out. So it's okay to take things easy. You don't have to follow everyone's pacing.
Yeah.
So move at your own speed, and then you'll find what you're looking for. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Miss. And next will be Sir.
I guess not a message for me, but I guess a message for you guys. I mean, as your age. I want to jump off of what you said, Mariel. Huwag kayo magmadali. Like, have fun. Just have fun right now. Not naman yung araw-araw nagwawalwalan kayo dyan sa Tropical Avenue. Pero what I'm saying is, oh my God, while you're still, I'm not a spring chicken, but I'm not that old naman din. Pero you have energy right now. May nakita akong meme pagka na-age na daw namin, tapos nag-text kami ng ha, tama na daw. Huwag na kayo mag-reply doon. Ibig sabihin nun, tapos na ang conversation.
Wala na energy.
Wala na kaming energy. But for you guys, gosh, don't hurry into, akala yun yung forever nyo, or, you know what I'm saying? Just, of course, there are exceptions to the rule, but enjoy your youth. Please enjoy your youth, because bigla na lang one time you'll just wake up and go, oh, ha. And then finish. But that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Next will be...
So, ang advice ko sa atin, mga youth.
Kasama pa siya.
I'm claiming it. But actually, if you guys notice, it's almost all the same. Don't rush things. Enjoy whatever you're experiencing right now. Honestly, there are times I would tell, my friends, sabi ko, parang ang sarap maging high school again. It's so nice to be back in
Yeah.
college, to be back in high school. And then when you're there, you guys are all rushing to be, college, or you guys want to have work, so you guys have money to spend, mga ganon. When you get there, you're gonna get there. But if there's one piece of advice I'd give to myself and even to you guys, I just say, same as you, ma'am. Don't be too hard on yourself. I've failed so many times. There are so many times I want to get something, and then, it ends up totally, totally different. And then you realize that it was the best thing that ever happened. That I would not exchange that thing that I missed. And because of that thing I missed, I got this. And because of this, I'm here now. I would not exchange anything. And last thing, don't ever regret. There's nothing that we will ever get from regretting, because everything happens for a purpose. So cliche, diba? But I've been telling myself that, and honestly, when you look back in retrospect, it really all, it all just happens, and because of those things, you're who you are right now, and you're put there for a reason. You experience those things because maybe you're going to change something. Actually, personal, maybe on another time, I experienced something really, traumatizing to me. But because of that trauma, I pushed so hard to go against that kind of culture. And in the end, it changed altogether. Maybe for another time, maybe not in front of the camera, but, there's a purpose for everything. And so yun, don't be too hard on yourself. Don't regret. And whatever happens, just keep, it's good, push for your goals. But don't be too disappointed when you don't reach it. There's something better for you guys. And there was something better for me. So, thank you.
Aw, okay, thank
Thank
you
you,
for
Hernan.
that. I think our guests today also reminded myself also na I should not be in a rush also. 'Cause
Yes.
life is, we need to enjoy life rather than rushing into things. So thank you for that. Okay. Actually, some of our students, right, might have some questions, but I don't know,
okay.
Miss, if do you still have any question left for you?
To our students, if you have your questions for the awardees about their careers, their struggles, about 5C, or about anything, feel free to raise your hand. There are prepositioned microphones there. Please take the mic and ask your question. Anyone? If you do not volunteer, I will volunteer you. Yes. Wait, I'm walking. Okay. Okay. Wait, Do you, Psych, please look at me. Why are you looking down? Huh? Okay. Yes, Miss Monta, you have a question? Please share your question. Then I'm going to ask somebody again from there. Huh? Wait. You're next. Gianna? Thank you, Gianna.
Good afternoon.
Do you have anyone in mind? Which, okay, anybody?
General.
Yeah, so when I started my basketball page, I didn't had any connections sa basketball industry. So I developed it by posting every day, being consistent. But don't get me wrong, like connections are important. Building connections, building network. It before when I started my page, ano siya eh, like faceless siya. Like I don't show my face. ano lang talaga, I mainly post basketball highlights and feature basketball players. But when I put myself out there, like when I showed my face na, I was able to meet a lot of people, you know. I was able to gain, build value, and when I build value and build value to basketball players, and then in return parang give and take ba, like collaboration. So when I collaborate with them, yung iba naging kaibigan ko na, I was able to build connections, and yun, like building that is very important, and like malayo mararating mo. Ano yung sabi nila, sir, yung nakalimutan ko lang yung quote yung your network is your net worth. Yun. Yun. Thank you.
I'll follow. Really nice question and very interesting also. Because we always have a negative connotation when we hear the word connection. You know, you got here through connections and everything. But there's another way to look at it. It's the term social capital. So social capital for me is it's more of again going back. What are you using it for, and why are you using it? So if you're creating more value with these people you're connected with, I guess there's nothing wrong with that. But the only time connections or your social capital will become negative is if you're using it to push down other people and to, you know, push yourself up knowing that maybe it's not for you. Pag pinipilit natin yung mga bagay-bagay, that's when it becomes negative. But social capital or connections are a very, very good thing, even in the military. Because, you know, when you're connected right, you guys get to create, for example, groups to, you know, push an advocacy, you have your accountability partners. So, you know, social capital is very good. So I would highly, you know, suggest that you start building it now by making friends. Making friends, you never know that the person that you're talking to beside you will be, you know, your future partner in something. So, not we never know. So, yun, thank you for your question.
In my experience, it's also similar in with Sir Lieutenant. Just keep making friends. Keep making friends and continue doing the work that you do. Sometimes the connections will also come because of the quality of work that you're doing, that you're producing. That can also show up when you volunteer. It looks like, yeah, you're a psych student. So yes, so look for opportunities to volunteer. If that means providing psychosocial education to communities that are in need, if that means providing psychological first aid to distressed communities, even as a volunteer, even if you're not conducting the psych first aid, but you're there to be present and to help the other professionals do the work, your presence is already making an impact. And you will be remembered because you're the one who showed up instead of other folks who maybe choose to do something else. So continue volunteering. Volunteer when you can. When you take your internship, whether or not you're a psych student, this is your chance to really meet and interact with the professionals in the field. So yeah, as an intern, you don't have to be like super like Jollibee, whatever. But again, your presence is important. So show that you're there, show that you're ready and willing to do the work. So yeah, I hope that answers the question.
Thank you, Miss. And last.
And then just very quickly, I think they said everything. Get off your phones. You know what I'm saying? Get off your phones. Go meet people. Talk to people. Don't hide behind the screen. Go talk to someone. Later, come talk to us. You know, come say hi. Even strangers. You know, I'll share with you. One good thing just try as a social experiment. I'm also a registered psychologist. Walk along the street, and then just smile at someone. And smile at someone. Pag ngumiti siya, fantastic. You'll feel so good. Pag hindi ngumiti, you're rejected. Okay lang din because rejection builds character. So I guess that's it, you know, in terms of building connections. Mamaya, alam mo, nakaganyan ka, nagkaka-Facebook mo, kaka-Bumble mo. Dumaan na pala talaga yung totoong forever mo. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's where the connections come in. Thank you, Gianna.
I think the college students can really relate. There. So thank you so much for that. Do we have any other questions from the crowd? Okay.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Bianca. I'm also from psychology. I'm sorry I had to write my question because I'm not really good at words. But my question would be for people who are in college or about to start and already have a specific program or career in mind, what advice would you give if they suddenly go through a career crisis or life crisis in general? In general.
Like crisis, like hindi ka sure sa gagawin mo, you mean? I'm speaking from life experience po. When I graduated, like I didn't really have any direction. So I graduated business management, so yun po yung undergrad ko, and nag-work ako immediately. And I worked for a motorcycle supplier, and I stayed there for 3 years. So after that, napagod ako, fatigue. So hindi ko alam kung ano gagawin ko. And my dad, nag-offer siya sa akin, like work for me. After a few years, it didn't also work out. So umalis ako sa business. And then the pandemic hit. Like wala akong job. I was staying in my condo, no means of income, and naisipan ko I had to start with nothing kasi yun nga, pandemic. And yung content creation, parang yun yung naging beam of light ko. And this was like 5 years ago when I really went all in nung pandemic ka. And consistent, like every day, nagpo-post ako, making communities, building value nga. And what I'm trying to say is, like, it's never too late. Pag may pinagdadaanan ka, there would always be opportunities. And pag dumating yung opportunities na yun, you have to grab it, you know. You have to seize it. When the door opens, grab hold of the knob and go through the door. So, I hope it answers your question po. Okay, thank you.
Hello, Bianca. If I may share also from personal experience, I graduated high school. Oh my gosh, you don't have to compute. I graduated high school at around 2009, and my college course, my first college course, is graphic design. So I started out as an art student. Yeah, absolutely. I started out as an art student, and due to life circumstances, I could not continue with the program anymore. And at the time, my mom, sorry mom, at the time my mom was like, okay, if you're not gonna continue with this, you have to choose two choices here. You're either gonna be a nursing student or you're going to be a physical therapy student. I tried out nursing for 1 semester and I couldn't last. So to the nursing students out there, respect. Oh my gosh, keep going. So I'm like, okay, this is not for me. I took up physical therapy. I lasted for 2 years and I'm like, this is not me. I mean, it didn't sit right with me. So mom, it came to a point where I had one of my professors tell me, ay nako, itong batang ito, like, if you were my daughter, I would keep you at home, and until you figure everything out. So I had to transfer schools. So during this time, I've been transferring to already about, I think, 3 schools at this point. I took up psychology because I thought it was easy. Famous last words, right? But during my studies, I was able to do, I think when I reached the research portion of the work, at least I lasted 3 years. During the research portion, I came across a topic. I came across a psychologist who specialized in art therapy. And that was the first time I heard about art therapy, and I'm like, oh my goodness, there's something here for me. So I continued on with the program. I continued on with the program. I was able to finish the masters and everything. I was able to pass the boards, thank God. One of my colleagues said, hey Marielle, now that we're registered, I know a place. He brought me to this one facility that uses expressive arts-based interventions in their work. So I felt like I was able to sort of have this full circle moment where I'm still able to go back to my first love, to what I really wanted to do. So, and this is also something common with my clients as well. When they're at that moment, they're in this feeling of like, crisis, of like, what am I gonna do? What else can I do? What I also experience and what I try to invite my clients to think about is the word surrender. Not surrender as in give up, but surrender in terms of acknowledging, hey, you know what, this is where I'm at. I'm having a really difficult time, and I think it's okay. It's okay if I do something else. It's okay if I do something different. So when we feel like we are on the verge of a crisis, we can also look at it as an invitation to explore, even if we feel shameful about it. Even if we feel shameful about the fact that I'm not gonna finish college, I'm gonna transfer after 3 years of doing this one course, it's okay to change. All right? So, yeah, I hope that somehow helps.
I feel like that was therapy already, Marinela. You're so calm. I was like breathing in and out while you were talking with mindfulness and all that. Ako, very quickly lang, just jump off of that. I don't know if this will resonate with you, pero if you can do it all, do it all. Kung lahat gawin nyo, that was my experience. In college, let's not talk about years, I did it in the States. I was sabi ko, international studies na ako. Yan na, international studies. And then all of a sudden, I took a class in ancient Greek comedy. I shifted. Biglang naging, I'm a major now in classical studies. So the study of ancient Greece and Rome. Useless. It's so useless. Like, I understand ancient Greek. I can read it, but it's so useless. But I excelled in it. I did excel in it. And then I minored in French pa. And then I went to Paris and studied French. And then I did my IB before that. And then after that, I did foreign service for all of, I entered the foreign service. And then I did a master's in business administration. I finished that, and then I did my master's in psychology, and then took my boards in psychology. There is no limit. What you want to do, just do it, and excel in it. And it doesn't matter what your course is. I'm sorry, but my course is so useless. Oh my God, I can tell you about Corinthian columns of the Parthenon. But but if you excel in it, you can do whatever you want. Be limitless. Be amazing. Be Southville. Ma? Oh my God, dapat pinabayaran ako. Joke lang, Doc G.
Thank you so much. I think we have one last question from the crowd. Thank you for that question. One last. Oh, from the nursing? Okay.
Hello? Hi, my name is Aaron, and I'd like to ask what advice can you give to first-time leaders who feel overwhelmed po?
First-time leaders who feel overwhelmed. What will be your advice?
Okay, so um, backstory na naman. Context. When I was in, I studied 1 year in college before PMA. So PMA is basically like a college then. So before I entered PMA, I was 16. So I took 1 year in college. Never joined any orgs. Never had any experience with CAT, any military related or any leadership. Siguro the only leadership role I ever had was I was the captain ng varsity namin noon. Tapos sunod-sunuran ako ng president namin ng student council. Secretary po ako noon eh. I was secretary. So not exactly a a solid leadership role na you handle people. Military, basically, I held when I was in my last year in the military. We're a cadet corps of 1,200 cadets. I was the brigade commander, topmost of the chain. I held those 1,200 people. Very overwhelming, super overwhelming. But the thing that you have to think about is there's a reason why you're placed there as a leader. The people who put you there, voted for you, appointed you, regardless, doesn't matter. They believe in you. There's a reason why you're there. So you just have to believe in yourself. Ma'am, please help me with this. The feeling we have when we feel like we're not, there's this syndrome, imposter syndrome.
Yes.
Imposter syndrome. We always experience that because we feel like we're not enough. It happens. We're actually not enough at times. And that's normal. We all make mistakes. I made mistakes when I was a commander noon, even until now. But there's always room to grow. It's okay to make mistakes, but it's how you bounce back from those mistakes that will define you as a leader. It's super normal for you to make mistakes talaga. Kaya nga, we always expect na parang as a leader, we have to be perfect. We can't make mistakes. No. That was also my pressure as a, young lieutenant or young cadet commander noon. And then I realized when I make a mistake, my mentors would tell me, that's okay. How would you have resolved it? So papaisipin niya ako, they're gonna put me to a thought process of how I'm going to solve it in another situation. And then you mature as you improve. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. It's okay to not feel enough as being a first-time leader. But first time nga eh. First time. So the second time, you won't feel as much as that way. But you'll still feel it. You'll still feel it. Even now, until now, I still feel it. And I'm sure even the generals up there in my AFP, they feel that too. But it just gets less, and then you start believing yourself more. So don't be afraid to be a leader.
Yay. Do we have anyone from our guests who wants to add to what the tenant said? None? Okay, very well said. First runner-up in this. Just kidding. Okay, so I think that's our last question from the crowd. So we're about to close this fireside chat. But before that, let me ask one last question. Okay, one last question is about honoring excellence. Okay, so what does honoring excellence mean to you at this point in your life and career? Oh, he already has an answer. Okay, sir. Really first runner. Just kidding.
Honestly, nag-iisip nga ako what it means to honor excellence.
Oh.
So, siguro in my own interpretation, wala namang mali, di ba? If it's our own interpretation.
Yes, sir. And you're not graded also.
I'm just kidding. It's more of, sa amin in the military, we always say, it's like excellence is a way of life. That's something we were instilled while we were cadets. So in the things that we do, we always make sure that we do it to our best. Excellent for me, personally, it's not about being the best, but giving your best. Whatever it is you can do. And it's a constant improvement. Today I'm this, tomorrow I'm this. So that's my best. I don't have to compete or I don't have to pressure myself into doing this while I'm still here. Like what I told you a while ago. First-time leader, if ito lang kaya mo, give it your best. That's your excellence for this time, for now. but your excellence improves. And that's, for me, when I say honoring excellence, it's living out my life in excellence, in giving the best in every single thing that I do, even in my own, even in this, I'm trying to give my best, diba? Because
Yeah.
we never know. Maybe one of you would be inspired with what one of us said here, and maybe that could have been the defining moment in our lives that one day you'll be saying here, pag nandito na kayo, being awarded this award. So for me, yeah. So for me, that's honoring excellence, just giving it your best, not the best, your best in everything that we do. Yeah.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Next will be Sir Patrick.
So, honoring excellence, like going off what Lieutenant said, you know, giving your best. Like, as a content creator, parang hindi namin mapilit, parang palagi namin naiisip minsan to compare ourselves with one another. Like, yung mga postings namin, who has the most followers, who has
More likes.
who has the most likes, ganyan. I was a victim to that when I was starting. So, I kept comparing. Pero, ngayon, parang I just focus on myself. I do my best with what I do. If, like, meron kaming basketball league that we started. It's called Asia Basket. And, onti lang kami doon. I think we're just 3. So, tatlo lang kami. We have production, di ba? The games are live. Minsan, kaya may nadulas doon sa court. Basa yung court. Minsan, kukunin namin yung map, kami yung magmamap. Ganun. So, you know, just giving your best sa ginagawa mo. And I have a favorite quote parang, trying to remember it. Shoot for the moon, and if you miss, you'll land among the stars. So, yun yung favorite quote ko. And, yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, Sir Patrick. And then next will be Miss Paulino.
They have really good sharing already, so I want to add that in my context, by honoring excellence, I have to keep reminding myself, especially in the work that I do, I have to do no harm. So what does that mean? I have to make sure that I have to keep learning. So continuous learning. I also have to practice what I have to practice what I say to my own clients. I don't necessarily give advice, but if I teach my clients to be gentle with themselves, I have to
be
offer that same kind of grace and gentleness also. If I have to encourage my clients to slow down and to really take care of themselves, I have to do the same for myself too. How can I keep being an excellent therapist? How can I keep being an excellent space holder if I myself am hungry, if I'm not clearing my own space, if I'm choosing to hold on to a lot of the stresses in my life? So, especially in the work that I do, I've learned that I also need to not just help others, I needed to help myself too. So by honoring excellence, I need to offer, that gentle grace for myself also, in order to keep doing the work that I commit myself to do.
Thank you, Miss. And then lastly will be Honorable Andre.
I guess for me, 2 things. When you say honoring excellence, first, you honor excellence by always being yourself. Always being yourself and not hiding beneath the veneers of luxury or the veneers of power or anything else, or showing yourself na kung hindi naman ikaw yun. Diba? Sometimes mahirap. I'm openly gay. No, it's not a secret. And I don't hide. But before, you hide things like that. But once you step out of your comfort zone and say, I don't care what people think. Oh my God, what excellence that honors when you do that. And second, honoring excellence also means acknowledging that you're not 100% every day. Oh my goodness. If you're 100% every day, you'll die. Totoo naman yan, di ba? I think, Ms. Marinella, you said there are rough days. There are days that I don't want to go to the office. Peace tayo, DFA. Pero, there are days that, I just want to call in sick. And that's okay. And that's honoring excellence. That's how you grow. And you say, okay, but those days when you go, I don't want to go to the office, but then you still show up. That's when you become excellent. Right? When you acknowledge, but then you go past it. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, Honorable Andre. I think what we can get from what they said, just to summarize everything, is just before you honor excellence, you have to take care of yourself first and to know yourself first. And then that's the time that you can give what you can give and what you can offer to others. And that's how we can honor excellence. So I think those are very insightful and very inspiring words from our guests for today. And yeah, Miss Georgie?
I would like to say thank you to our awardees for their time, their honesty, their generosity in sharing their respective journeys with us. Your stories have strengthened our belief in what Southville education has made possible and is still making possible. Okay, so Miss Rosie?
Our bosses are not here, but yeah, just to give thank as well. Thank you for being vulnerable today, because what they did, dear audience, is something vulnerable because they shared their personal journey to us who they didn't know us at all, right? So it's very we're grateful. I'm thankful that we heard all of those things from you because it's really inspiring. And I hope my students here, those who are wearing their gala attire, will get to be inspired with what you shared today. And yeah, thank you to our students also who joined the chat. And may today remind you that excellent isn't a destination, it's a mindset guided by the 5 C's. Those are character, competence, commitment to achieve, collaboration, and creativity innovation. So congratulations again to our alumni awardees, and we look forward to seeing how your stories continue to inspire our community. Thank you so much.
Thank you everyone for coming this afternoon. Hope to see you around.
Oh, before you go, I'm so sorry. We need to have a photo opportunity. So please, please be ready because our guests will be sitting here, right, Miss? They will be sitting here, and then they will be taking photos with you.
Thank you so much. Thank you and congratulations. My God, did you hear my reaction?
Miss Jolie. Astrid. Thank you so much.
Thank you, congratulations.
Thank you, Miss. Lieutenant. Congrats po. Congrats. Thank you. I like your energy. Thank you. Miss, thank you. Nice to meet you. No, thank you. Thank you, Miss. Pwede patanggal. Hindi pa naka-turn off.
Miss, thank you so much po. Galing.
Thank you, Miss.
Feeling ko nahiya si Miss Georgie nung ikaw lang yung nag-a-add. Kaya bigla siyang naka-add. Eto, this one. Wait, i-ano ko. Thank you so much, Miss. Thank you, thank you.
Thanks for the opportunity.
Actually,